demos right now. So we're trying to get him, his brand, his stage presence, all of that stuff. Where people they come to the shows, he see him in front of the audience. Because the kind of music he does, while it is acoustic, it's stuff that can be done with a band though.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to get him to expand and get used to performing not just by himself, but also learning how to play his part within a band. Like even like performing on stage, like how to hold the microphone right, how to engage the audience and all that kind of stuff. That all comes along with performance, and at the end of the day, when people hear the album, they're gonna want to come see a performance. They don't do no good to just put out music.
Yeah.
But because you want to be able to, that takes the fun out of music.
Yeah.
When you can't perform it though.
Yeah.
What are some of your thoughts on performance? Some things that you are trying to accomplish with your, like what would a Christian Emmanuel concert look like?
Everything, a little bit of everything, like it's mostly like when you perform, you want to create an experience for people,
Yeah.
So I just want to create experiences. Like I want people to come to my concerts. Like that's one of the best concerts. One of the best moments of my life. Not even the best concerts. So it's all about like creating experiences. So,
creating a moment, experience, and stuff like that. And this young man is very, very talented. While he's one of the few artists that I work with that I don't have to do all of the work. And I'm not saying that just to be like I'm arrogant, because God has gifted me, to be able to write any kind of song. I can write any, and that's something I asked God for. When I was in high school, I prayed and I asked God to bless me and anoint me to be able to write any kind of song. And that's a gift God has given me. Any style, any genre, and it took work. I had to like really do my homework and do research, listen to different, music, sound from different genres and different, and understand the market. And I'm still working on that. But working with him, it's easy. It's easy work. See, he'll give me a song, I just listen to it. I basically just go through with a fine-tuned comb and be like, hey, let's change this line, get this line a little bit more thought. I may put a little bit in there. I may do write a line or two, but it's a collaborative effort. But I'm telling y'all, 90% of the songs he writes himself. And he can tell you that. He just, he learned this. He taught himself how to play the guitar and how to play the piano. I'll show him some chords here and there. He was a kid. He used to sit there and watch me playing. He was standing over me with his arms folded. He'd be like, "Oh, show me that. Show me how you did that chord." But he literally, when I would leave, like when I come back, like he figured out what I was doing though, because he was such a student of, of his craft, and that's something you can't teach. I can teach you a chord all day long, but it really takes like you really being committed to wanting to perfect what you do.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's not just about, me feeding you everything, feeding you every line, showing you every chord. I do all the music, you know what I'm saying? You go in the vocal booth, no ideas. And I've worked with artists like that. That is so frustrating. Because really it defeats the purpose. Because it doesn't do you no good for me to you just singing my song.
Yeah.
Really, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like you doing all that, like you doing everything I told you to do, playing everything I told you to play, singing everything. Like, where is your creativity? And that's where what I'm about now is artists, empowering artists on how to do their own thing, like when it comes to the creative process. Like, I may give you a start, but at some point, you're gonna expand your wings and start to figure things out on your own.
Yeah.
And so, that's what we're doing with him. But I'm like, how many songs you think you got? Like just in your notepad, in your voice notes?
Like at least 60 to 100, But like you throw out songs. So I mean, over my lifetime, I've written more. But I mean, like off the top of my head,
So over 100 songs. He's only 18, y'all. I mean, genuinely, he is a musician. I mean, he literally is a musician. He was blessed, to be around me, learn from me. I also learned from Latavius Mosaic, who was a mentor of his. And y'all know Latavius. Y'all know what kind of a monster he is. And, he had a chance to go, be a part of his, what was that thing called you
The
did?
music takes you
Music takes you places. When he was a kid, he learned, he did. Piano was your instrument, he did like a whole recital. Because I don't think you started playing guitar until right after that, right? Or you
Yeah,
already,
it was like a year after.
a year after that, he started playing. And it just like, really, he just picked it up and just started playing. And, he learned from YouTube, and it just, but I'm going to tell y'all, man, it's about the work. It's about the work, So what are you trying to accomplish with your career? Like, how far do you want to go? Because we just said music takes you places.
Well, like realistically speaking, I want to go everywhere. Like I don't put like a cap on success when it comes to that. I mean, I just want like more. I guess it sounds like a little like selfish, but I want everything that music has to give.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. Look at this kid. I want you to remember this face. Cause when I tell y'all stuff, I tell people that I told people the same thing about Derek Mine. I told people the same thing about Latavius. I know when I see somebody that's gonna do great things. Remember this face. Because this face, within the next 2 to 3 years, if he continues to put in the work like he is, he's gonna be everywhere. You're gonna see his name on everywhere. Awards, all that stuff. He's gonna be a household name. And you heard that here. And tell them a little bit, like, now this is what's gonna blow your mind. See, when I tell y'all that y'all got to see, social media is your best friend. See, I'm old. I'm trying to get used to learning how to do social media. Because that's one thing he can teach me. Because I'm not as savvy as he is with this new technology and stuff like that. But tell them how many TikTok followers you got and how you got to that. This is gonna get you now.
I mean, I'm at like I think last time I checked like 160,000, but it's just consistent. Posting consistently every day. No matter what. If you're bored, if you get tired, just doing it every day, and then if you do anything with consistency, then you can't fail if you do it every day.
Yeah.
That's just one of the laws of nature. I feel like So if you want to get good at something, you just gotta do it every day and do it like you love it.
And y'all listen, Christian is very popular with the ladies. Yeah, what percentage of your followers would you say are women?
It's like 92%. I think. Last time I checked the statistics on that.
And y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all, Christian's so funny because when he was a little kid, he was confident about the girls. He'd be like, yeah, I got me a little girlfriend, uncle. He said the ladies go when they hear my music. He's always been like that. Always been. This is actually the most humble I've ever seen him. When he was a little kid, he was more bold about that than he is now, though. But I say all that to say this. Like I'm very proud of him. So we working. We developing his craft, getting his skills down, performance, all that stuff. But he got some music coming. Tell him about just give him a rundown of some of your songs, like some of the songs you've written, and what are some of the stories behind some of your like some stuff you got sitting in the vault right now. This boy, I tell you, he got hundreds of, he got a computer full of music now. So some of the songs,
I don't even. Let me
just think up a song that you.
We can think of the most recent one we did. I basically just wrote it about like the feeling of let's say you're with somebody and things come to an end, and not everything's like 100% both sides. Sometimes you have to leave and things end comes to an end like before you were ready for that thing to end, and it hurts when when you feel like you have something with somebody and then when it ends you realize that how come they're not as hurt as I am. So the song I most recently wrote was just about that those feelings of going through those emotions of when you think you had somebody with something and then it ends and you realize that maybe it wasn't what you thought.
Yeah. And that speaks to anybody that's ever had a love interest, somebody in their life. It's hard when you dating somebody, courting somebody, and the feeling's not mutual. You think it is, like they done moved on, and you still, and they moved on. And it's just a really good song. I've been guiding him through it, helping him with it. He literally, the song started, he just got down and he just picked up his guitar and just started strumming some chords. And that's literally, and I was like, keep playing it. And that's literally how we just, we sat there and took out the voice notes and, I pushed the song out of him. because I knew it was something there, and I jumped on the keyboard, and we came up with a nice little song. So we're gonna be working on, we're gonna be demoing that. He got so many songs. One song, "Don't Say Goodbye." Remember that one we did?
That was a long time
About
ago.
the other house. Like, what's a little bit about that? You remember what the thing
That
behind
was
that
so
song?
long ago. I don't even remember. I was so young when I wrote that song. That was one of the first songs I think I ever written.
But we didn't record it until you was like 17.
Oh yeah, you talking about that one? Yeah.
That one, the one at the last house, though. That was a good one too. I like that one. That almost kind of, it had a real romantic feel to it, but it wasn't romantic though.
Yeah.
It's like
It wasn't.
the music sound romantic, but it's like really sad though. Like there are a lot of strings in there. It's like letting go of somebody that you like had a really good relationship with, and then suddenly that person is gone. They're not there no more.
Yeah.
Now I know a lot of y'all wondering, is he saved?
Yes.
I know a lot of some of y'all wondering, man, he ain't no Christian singer, he ain't no gospel singer. Tell them about your faith. Are you saved? That's the question.
I mean, I grew up around, Christian parents. So I grew up around Christianity my whole life. But, when you grow up around something, you just kind of feel like you have it without even ever actually realizing if you're actually having a personal relationship with God. But now that I'm older, it's one thing I've actually come to find myself, not just from how I grew up, but actually, the life I want to live now as an adult, So yeah, I am saved. That was a long response to the question, but
Now I'm gonna put Christian on the spot. I want him to go upstairs and grab come down here and perform a song.
Oh Lord.
So Christian's gonna perform some music for us though. He gonna do a song. It could be a cover, whatever. And he can play a lot of songs too. So if y'all got any requests, he can do a lot of songs. Like if you go on his IG page, on his TikTok page, he does a lot of everything